welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. My name is Fransica Brackin. Welcome for all who are new here. Welcome back. I'm in a good mood because the Lord, you guys, I'm trying to hear him differently. Like sometimes, I don't know what these days, but I heard him through prayer, right? And I heard him, I think it was yesterday or this morning. I was praying and he just spoke to me and he said Balaam and Balak, right? And for who don't know the story of Balaam, it's taken from Numbers 22nd verse, right? And this is going on from the 22nd verse down to about the 24th to the 25th verse. But I'm gonna have to read certain parts in it so you can understand how he speak these words to me. My God, the Lord just give me great, you guys, some inspiration, some understanding of his word, and I just want to impart it back because I believe when he speak to one individual, the ones that could hear his voice and ones that could understand his word, like Ezra did. Who don't know Ezra, go and read up Ezra. Ezra was a priest that came out of Babylon, and he showed, he was able to understand the Bible, and he told the people of the instruction of the Lord. And very few of us, the Lord will pick to be able to, those who have the ears and the ability to understand his word, to be able to, speak to you all. So I don't think this is for me alone, and this encouraging word is not for me alone. So you guys, you need to hear what the Lord is speaking through this scripture, through these chapters to us as a people, right? Great things, right? What he was saying, and I'm going to read and then I'm going to explain to you guys, right? So it's a little Bible study things. So, if you want to know the Bible study, you can Bible study with me, right? Then the people of Israel, I'm going to read fast, right? Just because I want the word to kind of go fast, right? Then the people of Israel traveled to the plain of Moab and camped east of the Jordan River, across from Jericho. Balak, son of Ziphias, the Moabite king, had seen everything the Israelites did to the Amorites, right? They had seen everything they did to the Amorites. And when the people of Moab saw how many Israelites there were, they were terrified. And the king of Moab said to the elders of Midian, "This mob will devour everything in the sight like an ox devour grass in the field." And I'm reading from the New Translation version, right? There's the King James version, but this is the New Translation version, so it might come out differently, but it's the same thing, right? So Balak, king of Moab, sent messengers to call Balaam, son of Beor, right? Who was living in some kind of way, I don't know how to pronounce these words, but he was living there, right? And he said, "Look at this vast horde of people has arrived from Egypt. They cover the face of the earth and are threatening me." And I'm going to stop right there. The Lord tell me something through that. And I said, "Lord, but they never threatened Balak." And the Lord say, "Your presence," just because, he said, because how did fear enter into Balak? He said fear entered into Balak when Balak saw what they did to the Amorites. And he said, you don't have to physically threaten someone, but he said, just because you are a child of the Most High God and you are overcomer and you have a history now of overcoming and of defeating and of defeating and of conquering situation, he said, individuals will come up and fight against you and be afraid of you, and because of their fear, he said, it's because they are afraid of you. This is why they hire individuals to try and take you down, to weaken you by, devouring this, doing that. It's because they see your greatness, because they see your might. He said they are threatened. They were threatened when they see what they did to the Amorites and how big and great they was. And this king, they didn't physically threaten Balak, but the fact that their presence there, and Balak knew of their testimony. And he said, you see, the thing is, when the Lord gave us commandments to go back and to, because he gave these commandments to Moses to remember the testimonies and all these kind of things. When the Lord gave us testimonies and bring us out some stuff, bring us through Egypt, bring us out some stuff, cause some stuff to happen, break off some things from off us, give us testimonies and all of these things. It's not just for you to just go through it and just leave that in the past. Certain things the Lord wants you to go back and look upon so that you can gain strength to be able to fight the fight that is in front out of you, because your enemies don't already see your testimonies. Your enemies is looking at your testimony, and fear has come and entered into their heart. And now you think that they are fighting against you, or designed to curse the blessed of the Lord, because they were designed to curse Israel. And even though they were the blessed of the Lord, Balak was designed to curse the blessed of the Lord. And you think that is because you have done something. He said, well, it's not because you have done something. It's because of the simple fact that the enemy know your testimony more than you know your testimony, and they are feeling threatened by you based on the fact that you have a track record with God of overcoming, of conquering, and of doing great things. So the enemy is feeling threatened, because you never hear in the script here that I'm reading. You never hear that the Israelites went up and threatened Balak to fight. They did not threaten him. You hear when you read this part. He said the Moabite king had seen everything the Israelites did to the Amorites, and when the people of Moab saw how many Israelites they would terrify. They were frightened when they see their greatness and they hear of the testimonies, man and woman of God. Draw strength from that, because the enemy is frightened. And he hired someone saying that they threatened him when they did not threaten him. They did not threaten him. He hired someone now and said, oh, these people threaten me, and go up and fight against them. And the story go on to say that Balaam said, oh, okay, when he's going to rest and see what the Lord said, and the Lord said, don't go up and don't touch them, because I've blessed them. Excuse me, guys. The Lord said, don't touch them because I've blessed them. And it goes on, when you check back in another verse, right? You guys, I was just like, oh my God. When it go on to the other verse, he say, he began to do various things, or whatever it is. And Balak try, and he say, he go up, okay, I'm going to go, and this is when the donkey saw, and the Lord say, well, only so I would say. And he went on, and after he had made him, this is the 23rd verse, after he had made him many offerings, and went up now, he said the only thing that he could utter was this, and I'm going to read it to you guys, because you don't see this. Oh God. He said, Balak summoned me. This was, so I'm reading from the 6th verse, right? So Balaam returned and found the king standing beside his burnt offerings with all the officials of Moab. This was the message Balaam delivered. Balak summoned me to come from Aram. The king of Moab brought me from the eastern hill. Come, he said. Come, he said. Come, he said. Curse Jacob for me, and come and announce Israel's doom. Oh God, how can you come and curse the blessed of the Lord? But how can I curse those whom the Lord has not cursed? My God. And how can I condemn those whom the Lord has not condemned? And I see them from the cliff tops. I watch them from the hill. I see a people who live by themselves, set apart from other nations, who can count Jacob's descendants as numerous as the dust, who can count even a fourth of Israel people. Let me die like the righteous, and let my life end like theirs. He began to bless them. He began to bless them. And the Lord brought me to this, and he says something. You guys, I was reflecting. The Lord just began to just show me how every time they try to curse me, how every time, and when I mean curse, right? Because people think, okay, if you see a swear word, is curse, right? But a curse is something that the wicked things that they try to do against you in order to bring you down. And the Lord said, Francine, I've blessed you with long life. And why have I blessed you with long life? He began to show me that every time this individual, he said, oh God, he said the desire to curse those who he has blessed. He said, because you might not see it, man and woman of God, because I'm talking to both of you all. You might not see how the Lord has blessed you. You might not see how the Lord has blessed you with long life, and how all of these bad things, seemingly bad things that is happening to you is, oh God, is blessing disguised as curse. Because to the enemy, he thinks that he's throwing curses to you when he afflicts your body, when he causes certain sickness to arrive upon you. But the Lord say he caused it to happen because he's going to turn this sickness around, and this situation that you are facing around, to bless you with long life. Because before you were afflicted, you ate and you do things and you didn't care so much about your health. But when you get afflicted, you learn now how to take care of yourself. And now the enemy, via the enemy hand, desire desiring to hurt you and desiring to put sickness upon you, you now learn wisdom on how to become someone that will have a long life. You now learn wisdom on how to take care of yourself. And he say, instead of cursing you, the enemy unknowingly bless you, because the Lord say, whom he has blessed, let no man curse. And he will turn it around, every single thing that the Lord, that they desire to do, because you are blessed. He said, when curse come your way, because you are blessed, it turn around, and instead it does good for you, man and woman of God. I had a problem, right? I'm going to give you all a little personal information, right? Because I want you to understand how the Lord works. Father, permit me if you want me to say this, right? I used to be thinking to myself, right? You know, the Lord showed me this analogy, and is something with one of my sons, right? And he born before his time or whatever, and like I say, I'm getting a little personal with you guys. He born before his time, right? And I noticed that he developed this kind of strong cough all of a sudden, and the coughing, you know, is like, it's kind of like asthmatic kind of vibes, right? And I have a little, sometimes that happen also with me. And I believe I spoke this in a previous video. And the Lord said, he said, Francine, that what is happening to him, you pray and you say, Lord, you say, Lord, this is something bad, and you cry over it, and Lord, heal him and all of these things. But he said, do you not know that when a child does not reach full 9 months, I'm teaching you guys, Lord, I'm teaching you guys, when a child does not reach full 9 months, certain areas like the lung capacity to breathe on the outside does not develop as yet. Certain things does not develop as yet. So the Lord has to, oh God, the process has to continue to happen outside of the mother's womb. He said, because when a baby go through the birthing canal, he said, when you pass through that area down there, he said, through the pushing of the mother and the child develop the ability to be able to now breathe on the outside. So if your child has not gone through that process, he said, now the things that did not happen inside of your tummy for that child, because of whatever situation and that child come before, whatever it is, he said now he has to now develop that thing on the outside. Now that child have to, that child, that same process is done on the outside. And he said that coughing that you see, the coughing is expanding his lung capacity to be able to breathe properly. So it was a curse, a sickness, but it was something that was in disguise. It seems like a curse, but it was a blessing in disguise to bless him with the lung capacity to be able to breathe on the outside. And you see, some of you all are experiencing things. You are experiencing stuff, and you don't know that the Lord is making you ready to be able to carry the thing on the outside. You see, the thing is, when you look at fruits and all these different kind of things upon a tree, right, and you look at them on a tree, he says certain fruits take time to ripe. But he said, when I can't, oh God, because so much thing is happening, and the Lord wants to speed up the process of getting you ready. And he said, when it can't take so long, I can't use time to ripe you. I don't want to use so much of time to ripe you, because the time is short. When I say ripe you, make you ready to be able to go and to do the work that he has in store for you. The Lord does it through affliction. He does it through heat. Sometimes when that thing does not take the time on the tree to develop, he said the sun ripes that thing before time. And he said the sun does it through the heat. The heating process make that thing ready to be eaten. And he says, some of you all, the Lord is not using time, but he's using the affliction, the problems, to make you ready for the work. Oh God, so he said everything that you're facing is, oh God, is your blessing, but it is in disguise. The enemy think that he's cursing you, but all of the affliction is developing your thick skin, is developing your strength, is developing this, and is developing that. The Lord say, your blessing come true via the mouth of Balaam. To the witches and the warlock that the Lord, oh God, that they sent to curse you, that they give all kind of thing like, oh God, to curse you, and I hope when she get this happen. Eat all of these bad things and get sick. Oh God. And when you got it, it afflicts you and it looked like a curse. But he said, bless you with long life, man and woman of God, because you learn how to eat properly, you learn how to do this. And now you are on your way to long life. Now you get the wisdom that is needed. The Lord said he will use the enemy when he wants to bless you. to throw a curse your way. Ah, Lord, praise Him mighty name. You guys, I'm gonna cut the message there. There's the Lord was He brought me down to the last, and I was thinking to myself, should I put it in or should I like cut it off? But I'm gonna go straight through, right? It's the 25th verse, right? And it says that I'm gonna read it out so you can understand what he spoke also, right? It says, while the Israelites were camped at somewhere named Grove, some of the men defile themselves by having sexual relations with the local Moabite women, and these women invite them to attend sacrifice to their god, so that the Israelites feast with them and worship the god of Moab. In this way, Israel joined in the worship of Baal, oh God, and caused the anger of the Lord to blaze against them, right? And the Lord began to show me this, and He showed me three things. Rabbi told you guys something. This is a word similar to that I spoke to you guys yesterday about, right? If you don't know, you can check it out. It's a powerful word that the Lord revealed, right? So He said this. He said, look at that. He said, when Balak could not curse them to bring them down, He said, when they can't curse you to bring you down, He said they will attempt to join themselves to you, so that their relationship with you now will now draw you into, oh God, into following their commandments, or into following the commandments that is not of the Lord, and thus following, oh God, thus coming out of the covenant of the protection of the Lord. He said, because the reason why you were blessed and certain things was happening for you is because you were following the Lord's commandments. So the desire now, okay, if I can't beat them, I'm gonna try to get them to go astray, so that they will bring a curse upon themselves. He said, because when they come out of the commandments of the Lord, because of the commandments, because it says in Deuteronomy that blessed shall you be if you follow these commandments of the Lord. He said, when they come out from under the commandments, following God as their God, and began to intermingle with these people that did not know God and follow their commandments, He said they come out from the, oh God, the commandments of the Lord, and now the person that was blessed has now been cursed, has now been touched with sickness and all of these things, because now you have intermingled with someone that don't know God, and they have given you other instruction that eat and do what you feel like doing. And now you're seeing your body being afflicted when it's not supposed to be so. And the reason for this is because, oh God and my Redeemer, you have unknowingly, you have done something that aroused the anger of the Lord by intermingling with these people. Now you're seeing sickness and all these pestilences touching your body because you have intermingled. So you say, when they cannot take you down, they will attempt to join themselves to you as, oh God, they will attempt to join themselves to you to weaken you. When they join themselves to you, let me just give you all this plain, right? It's like you have, I'm going to break it down to the simplest one. It's like you have, the Lord blessing you, and you're under the protection of the Lord because you're following where God says. You're choosing to eat right, you're choosing to do this, you're choosing to do that. And you meet a friend that does not know God. And this individual drag you because you get friendship, because of your relationship, your connection with this person now. Now you go and you, oh God. Now you go and you start to follow that friend commandments. You stop studying what God said. God said don't drink. God said don't eat certain things. God said don't do that. You start to follow their commandments. And now, you who were the blessed of the Lord, that sickness and disease can touch, began to get touched by these kind of things. Why? Because you come out of the protection of the Lord. Because the protection is for those who follow His commandments. It goes on in the stories to say, after this happened, Moses told them for them to stop this or whatever, and for them to kill who is the ringleader and whatever, so that they will purge themselves from the sin. And this man, meanwhile he was speaking, walking with one of the Moabite women. And when you walk in there, he said one of the descendants of Aaron, which was the priest, right, came and stabbed both of them with a sword. And he said the anger of the Lord rose up from off of them. The Lord stopped being angry when He saw this, and He blessed the man. Because the man was angry, he was jealous because of the Lord. You can read it, it's in the 25th verse, Numbers 25th. Right? And the Lord began to show me this. The Lord began to show me this. He said, look at that. He said, when he was angered, he said, the reason why this gruesome death and this man angered appeased the Lord when he killed this person so gruesome, because he stabbed the man through. He said, because it put fear in anyone else that will ever think to themselves to go and intermingle with someone who does not know God. It put fear in their heart to not do that, to not break commandment. And it stopped the curse. Because anyone who think after that, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to, break commandments, and I'm going to go and follow this person and do wrong or whatever. They're going to remember that if I do that, this person killed this person so bad, they are going to do me the same thing. And they are going, and he said that they are not going to think about doing that in the first place because of fear of what this man did. And he said he blessed the man because of what he did, because he put fear in the people of the Lord. He put fear in the people of the Lord. He said, when they can't curse you because you are blessed, they will try to join themselves to you to lead you astray. Be warned and be encouraged also. The Lord is not playing in this time with his people. Be encouraged, be warned. Whom he bless, none can curse. He will turn that situation around. Matter of fact, sit down and ask him, if you're in a situation and it looks like someone has cursed you, ask him to open up your eyes to see. Because with Job, he said, Job was crying and saying, oh Lord, all these things happening. And the Lord began to show Job at the end. He began to question Job and say, Job, can you do this? And can you do this like this? And can you do this? He said, what he was telling Job, he was basically telling Job, I do everything in wisdom, and there's a reason for everything I do. So there's a reason for everything that you're going through. Sit down and reflect reflect and ask yourself, what lesson could the Lord be teaching you in this? And what blessing could he be giving you? Because the Lord does not make mistakes. If you are one of his own, then everything has to work for your good. Man and woman of God. I hope this is a confirmation for some. And I hope it can be something to enlighten you on how the Lord moves. And I hope that it can instruct you on certain things that you're doing wrong, and warn you from even going into certain relationship. It don't have to be a man and woman relationship, friendship as well. Certain friendships, once it's not of the Lord, it can lead you astray. Be blessed, stay strong, and remember, I love you and he loves you.